Hello everyone, Tokyo Disney Dad here, and I am back. I am here making a video all from my home. I'm not in the parks, I'm not in the shops today. I'm here in my home making this video to talk about my current, yeah, I say current because I have lots of them, Disney obsession. Now, I'm a huge pin collector, as you can see on the wall back there. There's some very expensive pins, and I've got thousands more within my house. You can check out the video. I'll put a link below about my video pin collection. It used to be a big obsession. I'm not so obsessed anymore because it's hard to find pins that I like. If you ever want to pay for your child's college tuition, though, come rob my house, steal my pins, sell them, and you will be able to pay for it. I'm not joking. That's how many pins I have. Anyway, let's keep this on track today, or try to. So I'm here to talk about a new obsession, and it is with something called a Tomica. And Tomica is a company. It's, I guess the way to compare it is very similar to Hot Wheels in the United States. They make little cars. However, Tomica in Japan makes a lot of Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea attraction vehicles. So I'm kind of obsessed with them. I'll give you just an example right here, and we're going to look at my collection. I don't have a big collection yet, only about 24, 25 cars, I think. But I've got more coming. I know when they come out, I will purchase them. But anyway, this is what they look like. This is a Tomica. We'll look at it in closer detail in just a minute. But that's what we're going to talk about today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, the video is going to be kind of divided up into sections. The very first part I'm going to talk about are the Tomica attraction vehicles for Tokyo Disneyland. These are vehicles of attractions within that park itself. I'll give you some details about each one, but I will tell you this: a Tomica vehicle, they are well made. They're like solidly built. They're not these little plastic toys that will break easily. I've dropped several off a high shelf, and they're still good to go. Not a scratch on them. So let's talk about the Tokyo Disneyland attraction vehicles. And the first one I want to show you is the one I showed in the introduction there. It is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad attraction vehicle. It's a replica of that. The original cost was 2,200 yen, 2,200 yen. I will try to put the equivalent in dollars in subtitles on the bottom of the screen and throughout the video, so you kind of get an idea how much they are. This is the box that came in. They all come in nice boxes, and I'll show you the vehicle itself. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let's see. So the vehicle itself looks like this. It comes in two parts, and it's got the passenger area, and it's got the actual train. And if we look at it, that's what it looks like from all sides. And I'll put a picture right up there and to show you a little bit more, and maybe you get a clearer idea of how beautiful these Tomica vehicles are. Like I said, this is just one, so we're going to go through all of them. The next one we're going to look at is actually the Monsters Inc. Hide and Go Seek attraction vehicle. Now, Monsters Inc. Hide and Go Seek is an exclusive attraction to Tokyo Disneyland. It's kind of in Tomorrowland. It's in an odd place. It's one of the first attractions you run into when you go into the park. This vehicle, attraction replica vehicle, was 1,800 yen or 1,800 yen. And Hide and Go Seek, the attraction itself is you ride through and you find the Monsters Inc. by using a flashlight. Now, in the box itself, it comes with actually two of these little vehicles. These are the actual ride vehicles that you'll find in the attraction itself. Like I said, they're heavy, they're well made, and they actually do some of the things the attraction does. So in the attraction, it will spin, and so does the replica. So it's very well represented, and they hook together just like that. Okay. And anytime you ride the attraction, there are two vehicles that go out into the attraction together, always. So that is the Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek attraction vehicle. And next, we're going to look at what was once upon a time my favorite attraction at Tokyo Disneyland. I've talked about this in many a video. This is the original trackless ride system ride, which is Pooh's Honey Hunt. Now, Pooh's Honey Hunt, the attraction replica vehicle, originally was 1,800 yen. I'll put a clearer picture up there now. Okay, and then if we look at the vehicle itself, it looks like the honey pot that is in the attraction that spins around and around and around. And the really cool thing about this one, it came with a little miniature figure of Winnie the Pooh that actually can be sat into the vehicle itself. Turn him around the right way, and he can go riding along in the honey pot. Yeah. And like I said, this once upon a time, this attraction was my favorite. It's been replaced, and we'll talk about that vehicle next. Another great, and now my absolute number one favorite attraction at Tokyo Disneyland is Enchanted Tales of Beauty and the Beast, where you go and you ride in a large teacup. And you're able to put, I think it's 10 passengers in each bowl, plate, dish, whatever it is. I think it's supposed to be a teacup. And you ride through the scenes. Now, every single time, I've ridden that attraction probably 8 times now, hoping to go again soon. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. But we'll see. This is the box it came in. And it's the Enchanted Tales of Beauty and the Beast attraction replica vehicle. And it looks like this. You can see. And of course, all of these vehicles roll. This one actually moves at just exactly like the vehicles in the attraction, where they go around with the music and they go up and down like that. Great attraction. If you don't get emotional riding it, I don't know. I do every time. Love this. Absolutely love it. Let's get a better picture of it right there. And as we continue, we're going to talk about Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is a Disney classic. The thing about, a little fact about Tokyo Disneyland's version of Splash Mountain, it is taller. It's not that much taller, but maybe about 6 feet. I'd have to get the exact measurements, but it is taller than either of the parks in the United States. So we have the tallest Splash Mountain. The other thing about it is, I know everybody's looking forward to the Tiana remake in the States. Ours won't change. It's too popular, and it doesn't have, even though it is Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Song of the South, it doesn't have those overtones to the Japanese culture that it does in the United States. Understandably, change there. I'm glad it's not going to change here, because I'd love to see Tiana, and I'd love to keep our version also. But anyway, here is the box. Splash Mountain vehicle. Ours, you sit side by side, two in each row, and there are 4 rows, so you can ride 8 in a car, or in a log, I should say. And it looks like that. And as you see, it has wheels on the bottom, and rolls. It's still, again, heavy duty, well made. And let's take out a closer look at it right there. And the next attraction we will talk about is the Mark Twain Riverboat. It sits right across from Splash Mountain. on the rivers of America, and you can ride it around the rivers of America and around Tom Sawyer Island with a great view of Splash Mountain. Now, this one was originally 980 yen. It cost 980 yen originally. It's not my favorite. Now, I do like the attraction itself. It's pretty cool. But especially when you want to relax, and as an old man, I want to relax often. But this Tomica version of it, it's not as well made as some of the others, and a lot of the details that are actually on the real Mark Twain aren't there. Whereas a lot of the other ride vehicles, the Tomica replicas, they have the details. Now, this one isn't my favorite. However, it's in the collection, so there you go. Going from one of my least favorite Tomica replicas, we're going to one of my favorite Tomica replicas, and that is this one. And originally it was 1,800 yen, and it's the Haunted Mansion Doom Buggies. Now, our Haunted Mansion, fact about our Haunted Mansion is that it is in Fantasyland. It's kind of in an odd place. It's right around the corner from Critter Country, and right across from Dumbo almost. So they put Dumbo right there. Well, I guess it's just spacing. Now, why do I like this one? First of all, they are heavy duty. The replication on them. They have the hitchhiking ghost within. The cars themselves, I believe they glow in the dark. I never look at them when they're glowing in the dark, so they might not. That may be Facebook news. But anyway, the one thing is that, look, watch it. Do not touch your safety bar. I will open it and close it for you. It's a really cool feature. And just like the hide and go seek vehicles, they attach to each other, and just like that, they pull along. Well, they do attach to each other. I just can't attach them. And they also spin around, just like the. That's why I can't attach them. Okay, so there you go. And so they recreate, the action of the Doom Buggies within the attraction itself. Great Tomica here. Well worth the 1,800 yen that it cost. Within Tokyo Disneyland itself, sitting really close to the Haunted Mansion, you will find the teacups, a Disney classic. Most parks, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think all the parks around the world have this attraction in it. And this Tomica was 1,800 yen originally. And just like the teacups themselves, they spin. It's hard to hold this one, but they spin around on their little axis. The teacups have that spinning action. The set comes with two. It comes with a blue, a light blue, and a pink. Okay, and it comes for two for that 1,800 yen. The one thing I do like this one. I do. I have one little complaint about it. The doors don't open. The doors don't open. So I think when I look at the Doom Buggy Tomica, and the little door opens back and forth, I don't understand why they couldn't open the doors on the teacups. Now, it possibly because the door is much smaller and it would have broken off. However, I think that would have just added to it. But it's still a great little well-made Tomica. Another one of my favorite attractions is in the expansion for Tomorrowland, and that new area right in front of Beauty and the Beast, which is also a new area, new expansion area, and that is Baymax Happy Ride. I just love this little attraction. It's a really short, cute attraction. I think Florida has the alien saucers that are equivalent, and then California might have the Tomato or Cars in Cars Land, something equivalent. But even though it's a short attraction, the CMs, the cast members there in Tokyo Disneyland, they make it a great fun attraction because they act like DJs. They bring the energy up, and the music is absolutely great. There are 6 different songs to Baymax, and the Tomica itself was originally 1,600 yen. Well worth it to add to my collection. And the good thing about it is it actually, there's the vehicle, and it comes with a Baymax little figure that can ride in the car. Now, in the attraction itself, Baymax is out here in front. He's actually pulling the car, and he's your helper, and he's trying to bring up your energy. It's got a great theming, great story to it. And this will be the last one we look at from Tokyo Disneyland. We're moving on to DisneySea now. Okay, now we're going to move on to the attraction vehicle replicas, Tomica replicas from DisneySea. Now, anybody that knows me, anybody that has watched any of my videos or my lives, knows that I talk about DisneySea all the time. It is absolutely my favorite park in the world. There's no secret about it, and there's no convincing me that there's a better park out there. In the United States, anywhere. You're not going to convince me, so don't even try. The theming, the details, you don't get it until you walk into that front gate. Here I go again, bragging about DisneySea. Let's get on with it. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is this. It's our version of Soaring. Now, our version of Soaring is much better themed than California. Anywhere. I'm sorry. When you got a museum of flight that tells the backstory of flight and has that pre-show that it does, you can't tell me that it's not the best one in the world. Now, this replica was originally 1,300 yen. Here's the odd thing. I don't get the pricing on these. Some of them are expensive. Some of them are not so bad. This was one that I would classify as not so bad. But this is one of the best ones. The details on it. It's a little bit lighter weight. But this is our actual soaring vehicle. What is supposed to be our soaring vehicle. It's part of the story. You'll have to see it to believe it. Unfortunately, soaring is one of those attractions I personally will never bring you a ride-on video or vlog for, because they ask you not to video in there, and I cannot video the waiting line and stuff like that. But I respect not going in there trying to hide a camera under my shirt and video in there. I'm not going to do it, but there are point of view videos out there. To each his own, and maybe they had permission that I can't get. I don't know, but anyway, it's worth a watch. So this is our soaring vehicle. Now, our vehicle will hold a lot more than 4 people, but it just replicates the vehicle that you are actually taking your flight in. It's a great little. The details on this one. It amazes me. It looks just like what you're gonna ride. It's minus the wheels, I think, but anyway, really like it a lot. So that is Soaring. Next is my absolutely favorite DisneySea attraction in the park. Now, Soaring is the most popular right now, I believe. Yes, Soaring and Toy Story Mania, they're very popular within that park. But this is probably the 3rd most popular attraction, and it's actually my favorite. It's been there since day one, grand opening. It's the only attraction I rode on grand opening day, I do believe. I can't remember. All I remember is that day was jam-packed, and there was lots of other stuff going on that I didn't get to ride attractions. But that's another story for another time. But this is Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's in the volcano. That volcano itself is a feat of architectural majesty. I mean, just because I can't brag on the park enough. You walk around the volcano, and each side of the volcano, or each point of view of the volcano, represents the land or port that you are in at the time. And you can see the details in it. But anyway, this is our Journey to the Center of the Earth vehicle. Not going to go into the backstory of this ride itself. There's plenty out there on it. I'd suggest taking some time and looking it up. I will say that it is our version of Test Track in Epcot, and Cars in the Cars attraction in Cars Land. However, again, I don't see the theming. I don't see the backstory. Cars Land, it comes close, but it's not close to this. It's not close to Journey to the Center of the Earth. The audio animatronic lava monster that's in there, in itself, hands down, beats any audio animatronic in the world. I know you get the Navi River Journey lady, and she's amazing, and the Beauty and the Beast, they're great too. But no, I'm sorry, that lava monster every single time. Anyway, here I go again, rambling on bragging. Here's the vehicle. This was another one that it looks exactly like the ride vehicle that you're going to ride. It's amazing. It's, again, heavy duty, heavy sturdy. Airtime when you ride this and go up the hill. I can't tell you how fun it is. But anyway, Journey to the Center of the Earth, great attraction, great replica here. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, next we're going to see this one. This is Jasmine's Flying Carpets in Arabian Coast. And while the attraction itself, I mean, it's Dumbo-esque, and it also is very similar to the Flying Carpets within Florida. Ours is, I think, more beautiful because of the building and the queue area. It's much better themed. They have a viewing area on the second floor where you can go up and watch carpets fly by. Now, having said that, I don't ride it often. It's not my favorite attraction. And this is probably my least favorite Tomica replica. It's a beautiful replica. It looks like the ride vehicles do, but I'm not a big fan of the coloring on it. And I think that it lacks the details some of the others that do. Like the safety bar could move up and down, but it doesn't. It's just pretty plain and simple. Again, it's nice, and I'm a completionist, so I have to have it in my collection. But it's not my favorite by a long shot. Originally, it was 1,300 yen. I mean, it was worth that. But yeah, that's Jasmine's Flying Carpets. Now, in Port Discovery, we have a ride called Aquatopia, and it was the second trackless ride within the world. Historical fact, it was number 2. Pooh's Honey was number 1. Aquatopia was number 2. The cool thing about this one is it's on water. It's in water, so that's still a pretty cool thing. And at night, it's absolutely beautiful. I love Aquatopia. During the summer, it's a cool little ride to cool down on. And that's the vehicle. Now, here's the funny thing. This is one of those, I don't understand the pricing. This one was 900, I think I can't see without my glasses, but 950 yen, maybe? I mean, that's cheap. I mean, for me, in my mind, it's cheap. 950 yen for this, and it's really heavy duty. The vehicle itself is heavy duty. It's a smaller, but it's only one. And the details on this, as like I mentioned, for Jasmine's Carpets, there's not a lot of details, but this one, the bar goes open and shut, and open and shut, just like on the attraction itself. It spins around and you don't control where you go, but it's a cool little ride. Let's take a closer look. Now, sitting right next to Aquatopia in Port Discovery is a ride called Nemo's Sea Rider. Now, originally this was called Storm Rider, and it was a whole different concept, but it wasn't tied to Disney so much. So they changed it over to Sea Rider, used Nemo. I have mixed feelings about it. The original Storm Rider was one of my favorite attractions because it wasn't Disney, but it was a really cool attraction. But they replaced it with Sea Rider. I get it. They want to use some of the, they want to tie in merchandise, all kinds of things for Nemo and Pixar Finding Nemo. And it's still a nice little ride, and it's got a good backstory. But it's Sea Rider, and you actually, the story is you ride in this vehicle, and you go out and swim around with Nemo and his friends. It's a simulator ride, similar to Star Tours, sorry. And the vehicle itself looks like this. There is a really cool effect, which I think I have a video of it. It wasn't my video, but a friend of mine went and she took a video, and I took the video from her, where you are in the big version of this, and then it shows you how it shrinks down to fish size. Anyway, that is Nemo's Sea Rider in Port Discovery, Tokyo DisneySea. Now, another attraction in DisneySea is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm old enough to remember going to Florida parks and riding the original submarines in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, the story itself, it's great. It ties into the theme perfectly. But this is our 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea vehicle. Now, you can actually fit 6 people. There are 3 benches in each of these with a large port window. It gives the effect of going under the ocean. Has a searchlight that you control. It's a very underrated attraction. It doesn't usually have a long wait. I ride it every time I go, or at least I try to ride it every time I go. It's worth it. It is a great backstory to it, and the theming down there, I think, is great also. I use that word a lot. But the vehicle itself looks like this. As you see, there's a port window on the front, on the side, and you sit and look out these windows as you go under the sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You run into some mermaids. They're not Ariel, so be prepared for that. I won't spoil it for you. But yeah, and it's a great little vehicle. Now, it could have used a little bit more details. I would have loved to see the doors open, but they don't, or at least I don't think they do. Nope, not that I can, unless I break it, but I'm not going to. But overall, again, that thing is heavy. I can't show you weight on the screen, but it's well made. It's heavy duty, and that is our version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, if we travel back over to Lost River Delta for just a minute with it, which is on the back side of DisneySea, near where the new Fantasy Springs is going to be, and it's right around the corner from Arabian Coast, we have Lost River Delta, and there are 2 attractions in that area. Now, one of those attractions, Raging Spirits, has a new Tomica replica that has just come out. I do not have that yet. Notice I said yet. maybe I'll do another one of these videos and show it to you. As soon as I can, it's going to be in my possession, but I don't have it yet. However, the other attraction is Indiana Jones, and here's the replica for it. As you see, it looks just like the one in California, and the ride vehicle itself is also like Dinosaur in Animal Kingdom. This replica was 1,300 yen, 1,300 yen. And it's another well-made one. It's heavy duty, but overall, I mean, it looks like a Jeep from a Hot Wheel. Beyond the fact that it has the rows of seats, just like in the vehicle. This attraction, it is a great attraction in the park. However, having said that, it's hard on these old bones. It's rough. It's a rough one. I do ride it. I will ride it as long as I can, but there's going to come a day that I'm going to have to say nope and not get back on it, because getting on it is great. I love getting on it. It's getting off of it that's the problem. But anyway, that is our Indiana Jones. And the last Tomica that I want to talk about for DisneySea, it sits in American Waterfront. It's in, what is it, Hollywood Studios in Florida, and that is our Toy Story Mania. It's themed to like a boardwalk area at night with all the lights. It's very beautiful. I haven't seen, okay, now to be fair to the Toy Story Mania in Florida, I'm not talking about Toy Story Land, I'm talking about Toy Story Mania attraction itself. I haven't seen it in its renovated version. I wrote it a long time ago, but from what I see on vlogs and what I know, it's nothing compared to theming. Now the attraction itself is the same exact attraction, but here are our ride vehicles. This is another double set, and this one was 2,000 yen originally, and it has the guns that you play the game with. It would be cool if you could had that little string on the back, but I think that would break very quickly, so I don't blame them for not doing that. Again, they attach, but they also come apart, and like in the game, they spin around. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on, let me see if I can maybe, do they come apart? I thought they came apart. Well, I'm not gonna break them, but anyway, that's what they look like. And yeah, they gotta come apart. Oh, there they go. So you can pull them apart, and they spin around on the axis just like in the game. The details are great, well worth the 2,000 yen. Okay, we're going to move on to some of the transportation and resort transportation vehicles that they use around the resort itself. Now, the first one, it's not a real vehicle. The bus itself is real. However, there isn't a bus that is themed to this way. The buses do look like this, except for the paint job, okay? Keep that in mind. But it is the Disney Resort Cruiser, Bus Cruiser. This is the 2021 to 22 changeover to the new year, because this year is the year of the tiger. This was originally 1,300 yen. It was limited. It was a little harder to get, but I grabbed it when I saw it. I think, don't quote me, they're sold out now. But this is the Disney Resort Cruiser. Now, the bus itself, that's what it looks like. It's got the Daruma on top, which is representative of the New Year's. It's got a Mickey Daruma up there. Shandu. Shandu is an exclusive Tokyo DisneySea character in Sinbad's voyages, storybook voyages. And he's the little tiger that accompanies Sinbad around the world. And yes, I know, everybody say Sinbad's not Disney. You're right. However, we have a Sinbad attraction. It's got one of the best musical scores in it. It's a great again, underrated attraction because it's always got such a short line. But that is the Happy New Year, Year of the Tiger, Disney Resort Cruiser Bus. Okay, Disney Resort Cruiser Bus. Now, an actual bus that is used around the resort to go from the hotels to the park, back to the hotels, and from just around the resort area itself, is the Disney Cruiser bus. And this is what it looks like. These are actual buses that are used in the resorts. They are well themed. Much more attractive than any of the buses in Florida. I mean, the inside, the headlights are Mickey's. That big window, door that opens is a Mickey. I mean, it's Mickey-fied. It's Mickey-fied all around. Walt Disney World, what you got? That's all I got to say. The buses here are much better, but the bus actually looks exactly like the bus. You see the Mickeys all the way around. The details, and inside, you can even look in the windows in there and see some of the details inside the seats and things like that. It's really cool. The original price on this one was 1,100 yen. I may have already said that, but anyway, and the bus doors do open on this side. They're difficult to open, but they do open. I don't open them because I'm afraid I'm going to break them off, but they do open. Inside, the real buses are bus handles that are Mickey shaped, so our Disney Resort Cruiser buses, they're great. They are free to use around the resort. However, the next vehicle, transportation vehicle, is not free to use, and we'll talk about that. Now, our monorail system is not an attraction in the park, and it's not a free transportation system around the resort. The reason why for that is it's because of laws dealing with railroads and railways within Japan. I don't know the details, but something about if you have more than one stop or whatever, it has to be considered an actual operating railroad system, even though it's a monorail. So our monorail does cost money. Now, lots of videos out there about that, so I won't go into details, but if you stay in a Disney Resort hotel, don't worry about it. They're going to give you a pass to use it anyway, or you can buy multiple day passes, which are really cool souvenirs anyway. So this is the New Dreams More Fun, which was the expansion program for Beauty and the Beast, Baymax, that recently, well, not recently, about a year, I don't know when it opened, because of COVID, it was delayed. That's all I can tell you. But this is the actual monorail that was on the resort line for a while. They did an overlay of one of the monorails. It's not there anymore that I know of. I think they've gone back to regular monorails, or the 20th anniversary monorail, and that's what it looks like. And this monorail was 1,300 yen originally, and it's limited edition. And on one side it has like the 5455 Mickey, and on the other side it has Baymax and Beauty and the Beast, which was part of the program. Now again, let me do a little bragging here on my home resort. Look at those windows. They're Mickey's. Okay? The actual monorails here, the windows are Mickey's. The seats inside, it's like a luxury. There's really comfortable. They got displays, and the hand holders that you stand to hold are Mickey shaped. I know people love the monorail in America. I'm a big monorail person. I love the monorails, but I'm sorry, our monorails are better. And the really cool thing is, and this was, I was like wanting this for years, is that up here you can sit up here in the front. You know, there's absolutely no driver on our monorails. It's all automated. It stops at the station by itself. It knows when to stop. The doors open by themselves. You know, there's some people on the platforms to help you out, some cast members, but the monorail itself is automated. Probably why, not blaming monorail drivers in the States, but probably why we don't have crashes. Okay, I've never seen a monorail crash, monorail breakdown here. Could be wrong, but automated system. But anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful monorail, and I want more of the monorails. They sell out quick, so I get what I get. The next one, next Tomica vehicle is another monorail. Now this monorail originally was 1,200 yen. Again, the pricing doesn't make sense to me. It's essentially the same exact car with a different paint theme or a different design theme than the last one I showed, which was 1,300 yen, but this one's 1,200 yen. And maybe that one's because that one was limited or something, but it's my first visit monorail. Now, this is not a monorail that's ever been in use. However, I would love to see it, because on one side is my absolutely favorite character. You see Goofy there, you see Donald there, you see, who's that? Pluto on one side. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, and I know the characters, I just can't see them. On the other sides, you see Mickey and Minnie on there, and this is my first visit. Now, I bought this, guess what? It wasn't my first visit. It's probably my, I don't even know how, I can't even count that high, how many times I've been to this resort. Maybe this is my first visit, Tomica monorail. Now, the last official Tokyo Disney Resort Tomica that I'm going to show you ties back to my favorite park, DisneySea. This year is the DisneySea's 20th anniversary. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, the celebration isn't as big as what it would have been. I know they have a new nighttime show that they eventually want to debut. Sorry, debut. What is that? Debut. I don't know. Somebody tell me what a debut is in the comments. But debut. But unfortunately, everything's scaled back. It has nothing to do with money, because OLC doesn't play around when it comes to expenses. They spend the money. They're not afraid to spend the money because they know eventually we'll get back. But anyway, 20th anniversary monorail. It's a beautiful sea blue, and it's got the characters. Now, this one was 1,300 yen originally. I guess it ties in with the other one that was 1,300 yen as a limited edition. Here it is, the vehicle itself. It's got the 20th anniversary logo on it. Got the wonderful Mickey windows. Again, a beautiful monorail replica. Here's what I would like to see. Talk about the monorails a little bit longer. Now, for me, I haven't seen, and maybe they're out there and maybe I haven't seen them, or maybe I missed them, but I haven't seen the actual day-to-day monorails, the color monorails, the pink monorail, the blue monorail, the red monorail, that I know run on that system, on that track system, every day. I would love to see them put those out. I would buy them. I know that those of us that enjoy these Tomica vehicles would buy them. but they're not out there that I know. But anyway, that's the 20th anniversary monorail. Let's move on to two more, and we'll talk about those. Okay, the last two that I'm going to talk about were actually not bought at the resort, and they're not official Disney resort Tomica. But they are Disney Tomica. They just weren't sold in the resorts. The first one is going to be a train. That's what it looks like. Do I have it upside down? I think no. Hold on. No, I don't. Okay, there we go. I bought this in a department store over here, and I think the reason that it's actually a lot cheaper. This is probably, I don't have the exact price on it, but that's what it looks like. And it's got a little coal car that hooks to it, but it's a Mickey themed train. It's not supposed to be the train engines from the park itself. However, I thought it is a really cool vehicle. There are a lot of these out there that I don't own because I prefer the attraction vehicles themselves, but I did like this one enough to buy it. As you see, the coal car hooks to the back. I did like this one enough, plus the price was right. So there you go. Okay, I have saved, I won't say the best, but I've saved this one for last for a reason. It's a mystery. It is a real mystery where this came from. It is a White Day chocolate Main Street vehicle replica that I don't know where it came from. It was under my Christmas tree this year. For me, it had my name on it. And I wanted to thank the person that gave it to me. But every single person in my family claims not to have given it to me. I didn't buy it for myself. I would have bought it for myself, and I think that's what makes me so happy. But it's a White Day chocolate. Now, White Day is a holiday here in Japan. Look it up. Don't want to explain it too much. Basically, think Valentine's Day. But Valentine's Day, women give chocolate to men. White Day, men give gifts back to women. Men don't give gifts on Valentine's Day here. I used to do a lot of romantic stuff, but my wife got so spoiled that she doesn't see the point in them anymore. So I do give White Day. I may give something small for Valentine's Day, but anyway, that's a different story. But anyway, this is the White Day vehicle. I imagine there's no price on it. Can't tell you, but I imagine it was about 700 yen because the box looks similar to the train. There's the box. I did that backwards this time, but you see, it's got a great Mickey on the back, and it looks like one of those Main Street vehicles. Now, we see these vehicles in Tokyo DisneySea and American Waterfront, in addition to what we see occasionally in Tokyo Disneyland. We don't see them as much in Tokyo Disneyland. I think you see them a lot more in American Waterfront at Tokyo DisneySea because it's actually an attraction, you know. Well, I guess it would be in Disneyland also, but it's just more popular. It feels right in that area of the park at Tokyo DisneySea. Okay, everyone, that's it. That is my current Tomica collection. There's, I think 24, 25. I didn't count. Go back and count. It's a small collection so far. It's really small. You know, it's a lot of money invested, but it's well worth it to me. I know I have more that I want. I know there's 3, 4 at least out there currently in the parks that I want. I know there's another 5 coming soon. Can't talk about those right now. But once they do, I may do an updated part 2 Tomica version if people are interested. But anyway, give you an update about myself and where this YouTube channel is going. Let's see. I don't want to end on bad news because I'm okay. I'm not even going to talk about my council cruise. Not going to talk about it. Let's just say leave it there. Let's leave with good news. Let's be positive. Positive. I have a live stream coming up, Tokyo Disneyland. It's scheduled. I'll be in Tokyo Disneyland on Wednesday, February 23rd. The live stream will start in the morning here, which will mean it will be at the night, and on Tuesday the 22nd in the United States. More details will follow. I hope there's enough interest. I'm not going to go live all day at Tokyo Disneyland. I want to have my own time. I'm going by myself. So, and also, again, there are iffy rules about live streaming in Tokyo Resort anyway. And I want to be respectful to everyone as much as possible. And, you know, I'm not going to break rules to the extent that it's bothersome to other guests, you know. There will be vlogs after that. There will be vlogs coming out of individual things. If you see this video and there's something you want to see in the parks on that day, leave it in the comments. I'll get to it and I will do my best. But anyway, I really enjoyed sharing this. I needed this after the bad news. I'm not going to finish with it. Not going to do it. Not going to talk about it. I needed to do something fun for me. I hope it was fun for you, seeing these cool vehicles. If you did, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it out, subscribe if you haven't, although I know most of you have. Here's a little bonus for you. If you're interested in these vehicles, or Tomica in general, and you look them up on the site, and they are available, I am willing to try to help people get them. The best way to do that is shopping with Ray, Dis Life of Ours, shopping with Ray, and I'll put her link in the description below. That's the easiest way to get them. Now, lots of them limited, lots of them sold out. You know, I can't guarantee you anything. But if you see one you want and you're interested, check out Shopping with Ray. Send her a mail. She'll contact me. Don't put it in the comments below. Nope. I'm not a personal shopper, but I do help her out as much as I can because I love that family and Dislike family. Put their YouTube video description in below also. And I do like to support them because they have supported me in a lot of ways. Anyway, I'm going to end up with a positive note. Disneyland coming soon. DisneySea coming in March with Princess Reika. Gonna take my other granddaughter to DisneySea. Why she wants to go to DisneySea, I don't know. She wants to ride that soaring, I know, but because now she's tall enough. About that much. So we'll see about getting some videos out there of that. So let's wrap this up. I've already talked way too much, as I always do. So I want to finish up by saying, be kind, be positive, be you. I'll see you again real soon.